Welcome, everyone, to the Piece by Piece podcast. I'm Paulo, and I'm joined here with my co-host today, Asa.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, Asa?
I'm good. Had my coffee this morning, and I had a bagel with some cream cheese, and that was about it.
You toast a bagel?
I did not.
Why not?
I didn't think it could fit in the toaster.
I promise you it fits. Put it in the toaster next time, put some jelly on it.
I will try that. I can't put cream cheese on it after I toast it?
I think you can.
I never thought that a bagel would be able to fit in the toaster or adequately be toasted because of the density.
It would.
Of the bagel itself.
It does. I know, I do that a lot. Promise, they're really good. Okay.
Well, what's up with you today?
Not much. Finished a commission. I got some things done. Like you said, I had a coffee too. I went out today to get my fingerprints done for my concealed carry license.
Interesting.
Yeah. You know, we're in Tejas, so it's pretty Texas for all those people who don't know. It's pretty easy to do that.
It's
about
stay protected.
Stay protected, yeah. You know, nothing too bad about it. All right, well, what are we going to be talking about today, Asa?
Today on the show, we will be talking about reboots. Mainly be talking about reboots and spin-offs and all the, of TV shows, of movies, what's good, what's bad, all the different things that go into that. Also, we're going to be mentioning some games, talking about games.
I'm going to be mentioning some games because you're an 80-year-old man.
Yes, Paulo is going to be talking about games because I know nothing about them. I'm more movie and TV. So he'll be talking about the games, and I'll be silently listening.
And then we'll end off with our random topic then, yeah?
Yes, and what is our random topic? We're not going to mention it yet.
Not yet.
So you just got to hold off and keep listening, and we will see.
Sounds good. So let's start. Reboots and spin-offs, huh? So
yeah, let's get to it. Reboots and spin-offs.
This was more of a your idea kind of topic, so I don't really know much about reboots and spin-offs. I've probably seen them.
But you just don't know that.
I probably just don't know. Because I know I've seen, I know the only, reboots or spin-offs that I can think of are maybe, horror movie ones, like Chucky and Halloween and things like those. Because I know those have, so many sequels and different spin-offs.
Sequels, yes. There's a whole, especially for Halloween, there's so many. But then you...
Or, crossovers. Would crossovers be considered, a
sequel?
Would a crossover be considered a spin-off?
No. I think crossovers are more... I've seen them more on a TV.
Because there's Jason and Freddy.
True. And then if you go into the Captain America...
Yeah.
No, because then... Well,
the whole
Avengers would all be crossovers, technically. I don't... there's so much going on there. I have no idea.
Yeah, it's a whole another...
I know there's a lot of crossovers in TVs with TV episodes and TV shows that the crossovers between a spinoff for Law and Order.
You just love Law and Order, don't you?
I do. SVU. All of them are pretty good, except for the one that lasted one season. But anyway, for Law and Order, you have... Or not Law and Order. The same producer made Chicago Fire, Chicago Med, Chicago PD. They're all made from the same guy that did Law and Order.
Is that show just kind of like Law and Order?
No, it's based on Chicago fires in the fire department of a fire department in Chicago.
Fire department, huh?
And
you see a lot of police.
A lot of cop stuff.
A lot of hospital stuff. Scrubs. Grey's Anatomy. Law and Order. But I don't see a lot of fire department stuff.
There's a few out there, but definitely not as many as the other ones, yeah. But for Chicago, for a big example of crossover, Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Med, since they're made probably, assuming, the same company, for the same network, for the same producer, a lot of episodes have been crossed over with characters and stuff. So that happens a lot. And that's a crossover because of the different spinoffs. Because there's Chicago Fire, you have Chicago Med, and Chicago PD are spinoffs of Chicago Fire.
This sounds confusing.
Yeah, it can be, I guess. But for those,
It sounds just as bad as like time traveling in movies.
well, it can be interesting. Those for the spin-offs, and then they cross over. But yeah, so there's a good example of a spin-off. I know there's other ones. You have for sitcom, you have Frasier as a spin-off of Cheaters, which both ran for 11 seasons each. I personally liked Frasier better. I just did. I don't think
These are
I don't.
these are still other spin-offs.
Frasier is a spinoff, yes, of Cheers.
So you have never heard of any of these?
I was about to say I don't think you've watched Frasier.
But if we talk about reboots, we go back to reboots. I have heard of some reboots.
Reboots in TV or reboots in movies?
Mainly reboots in movies. Because I don't watch a lot. Like I think I've explained this in other episodes. I don't watch a lot of TV. I'm less of a TV guy unless it has like good story.
You're more just straight up movies.
Yeah, more kind of just movies. That's why like I think about like the Chucky movies and the Halloween movies and stuff. And I know those. I think those have been rebooted. Like, because those are pretty old. And then I know there was like a Halloween reboot in like 2017.
Yeah, that was recent. They're doing the Chucky reboot.
What is it? The Saw movies. There was a Jigsaw reboot.
Oh, okay.
I know they like introduced a new guy, and apparently the guy was like there the whole time since the beginning, before the first Saw movies, and
I have no idea when it comes to horror movies because those are not in my realm per se.
I enjoy horror movies. I enjoy like more like thriller kind of suspense
psychological
movies.
Okay,
yeah. Those are pretty interesting to watch.
I can get on board with that. Horror movies such as
Slashers?
Chucky, Halloween, Jason, Freddy. See, I don't even know the damn name of it. I'm not really with.
I would never watch one of those movies probably like by myself, or kind of like maybe with like a partner or something. I don't know. Those are kind of just like
watch them randomly.
Yeah, those are the kind of movies that like kind of what I would watch randomly with like my family or my brothers or like a group of friends while we're drunk one night or something. It's never like a dedicated like, yes, let's go watch Halloween.
Go watch Halloween.
Let's go watch Halloween. It's usually just like, oh hey, Halloween's on. Let's I'll watch it.
I'm not going to sit and watch just for the hell of it.
But see, like Saw, I would probably sit down. I think I sat down and watched the first 3 Saw movies just kind of like in order by myself.
I probably haven't seen more than 2 minutes of any of those.
It's a pretty
combined.
Good one.
Yeah. Superhero movies, like I said, you have. I don't know if they. I guess it'd be a reboot.
That's
of
another
sorts. Batman is a big one. It was Michael Keaton did one. Yeah. Val Kilmer did one.
Ooh, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's, yes, that one.
Yes.
That one has been done so many times in the last.
I think it's been like 3 times, hasn't it?
Yeah, because you had Tobey Maguire, you had Andrew Garfield, and now you have Tom Holland.
Tom Holland?
Starting from 2002 to 2019.
Yeah.
Or even before 2019. So within 15 years or so, 3 different people have played. In Batman, starting in 2005, you had Christian Bale, and then, Christian Bale, and then Ben Affleck here recently. And then now I don't know who's gonna be playing them. So that's a little more, but it was a little more spaced out.
Yeah.
Here, back in the 90s, late 80s and 90s, you had Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Michael Keaton. All of those were kind of in there. I know some people would argue that some of those Batman films didn't really count based on their.
I think I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah, I think I remember what. There was one that I watched. With Arnold Schwarzenegger as
the freeze.
As the freeze dude.
He was frozen. I forgot which one.
That movie was like apparently just really bad, but I remember watching it as a kid and I was like,
I watched it.
That's the guy from Predator, and he looks pretty cool as the Frozen dude.
So yeah, you have that for reboots.
Yeah, see, I don't really know like names like you do. I just know in terms of Spider-Man, there was the first dude who I grew up watching. There was a second dude who I didn't care about, and then there's the third dude. Tom Holland. That guy is a great Spider-Man. He's probably
He's definitely got the younger audience connected. Because he is younger.
So. Well, I mean, I don't think just because he's younger, he's a good Spider-Man. I think acting wise, he's pretty good. Like watching him in Infinity War, like Endgame.
True.
Spicy, dog.
Spicy.
Great stuff, man.
So yeah, there's different. You have reboots of TV shows.
Yeah. Like you said,
especially here, I know a lot of people obviously are talking about reboots and remakes and all that.
TV shows.
TV shows, there's been a lot here recently.
Friends has a reboot yet?
Friends is no.
Full House got a reboot.
Full House
on a Netflix adaptation.
Netflix,
didn't they?
Yeah.
That's probably the only one that I know.
You have Will and Grace got a reboot. I think they're doing pretty good. I was a fan back when they first started. Not when they first started because I was like young, like a baby, but reruns and stuff. I would watch them, and then
I mean, you still watch Friends, and I think you were a child whenever that came out.
Yes, when it started, I wasn't born, but with Will and Grace, I was a fan with reruns and stuff. And then when they went off air, I watch reruns and whatnot. And then when they got rebooted a couple of years ago now, I got back into watching it. So that was a good one. You have other ones that got rebooted and didn't make it. They like the reboot, just like nobody, as like the generations, were different and people didn't like it, so they just got rid of it. So they only did 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah, I can't really think of any like other TV show reboots or even like spin-offs that I can think of. The only like spin-off that I can think of as far as TV shows is the Breaking Bad one.
Breaking Bad, yeah. You have Breaking Bad, and then you have spin-off of that would be Better Call Saul.
Yeah, that one. I've never
the lawyer.
I've never seen it, but I remember people talking about it and saying that it was pretty good.
I've seen a little bit of it.
Is it good?
Not a whole lot. I haven't seen.
Is it on Netflix?
It should be.
I want to watch it.
I haven't seen enough to really judge it.
I should probably watch it
to how it is. But if it's from the same, it is from the same guys that did Breaking Bad. I would think they got their shit together and they knew what they were doing.
They know what they're doing.
So I think that it should be pretty good, based on that, knowing that it's from the same guys. Because Breaking Bad was a very good one in my opinion.
Yeah. And even then, I know that there are some reboots of video games that have come out. I know there's a reboot of like Ratchet and Clank, which I played as a kid on the new like PlayStations. They're giving them like the main thing that I guess like because I know like not a lot of people kind of like reboots just in general. Reboots just get a bad rap.
Yeah. Here recently,
yeah, and I know
because there's been so many.
Yeah, I think it's like there's so many, and this ties in with the video game thing. It's like there's one, it's obviously oversaturated, and it's two, it's like other directors or other people who kind of want to add to the lore or mystery. Because I know that was a big thing with Ratchet and Clank, which is kind of a reason why I didn't play the new games, was because the old games were just kind of like you're this dude with a wrench going out, save the universe with your pal robot. That was kind of like the general premise of it. But like the new ones, they're adding like, there's adding like backstories and where did it come from and why is the robot there? And it's like, I mean, you don't really need all this stuff. But, I guess it adds to the intrigue. But in a video game is different than a movie though, because as a player, you're creating the story.
True.
You have like this world to explore and you're creating it. Or sometimes I have like story driven, video games, but for the most part, I remember just kind of playing those games and thinking,
I'm not big on, like I said before, I'm not big on video games. I don't sit down and play a whole lot. I'm just more, and you did remind me, you said there's a bunch of story driven games. I'm the kind of guy where I don't want to, people are going to hate me for this, I don't want to sit through somebody talking to me the whole time for 20 minutes or whatever and sitting there talking, and the animation and whatnot is good in it, but I don't want to sit there and listen to them. If I got the game, I want to play the game.
Yeah.
And I guess people, you're just impatient. You don't want to see what's going on. Like if it's a racing game or whatever, I don't want a backstory for it.
Yeah.
I want to race. I don't want to sit there and watch a movie, before I play a game just to get to level 1 or whatever.
It's the difference between it's the difference between like a long psychological thriller horror movie with like backstory and why are they doing this and ghosts and stuff or whatever, and then like a slasher flick that's just a slasher flick that's just like going around
and just
kill.
Yeah. You just got to get in.
There's obviously an audience for that who just they don't give a shit. They don't care about story. And hey,
That's me.
I definitely know those people out there, and I know I get that sometimes where I'm just like, look, I really don't care. I just want to go out there and I just want to play. I just want to listen. I just want to watch. Just want to watch somebody get their head taken off, decapitated by
we may be interested
Jason.
in different styles of games.
No, but I know it's like that in video games. Personally, I do like a pretty good balance. I like hints of a story, maybe hints of like a history, but something that I can figure it out myself.
Yeah.
Like I think that's why I liked.
I do not like games that, and I guess it may be a lot of them, or may just be the ones where it's a certain game and they'll just show you step by step every single thing that you have to do to get your character to move. So if you're like, go here, and
Like a tutorial level?
yes, but it's the actual game.
Oh.
Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to be completely lost, but I don't need the whole thing where I can't move unless it says I move.
Yeah.
There was one game that I played here recently, and it was terrible. I forgot the name of it, but it was absolutely horrible. The character was a cop, I believe, and the door, like I had to make the same exact move because I died several times.
What did you have to do in the game?
I had to make the same exact movements every time. It was like it was lined out. The character was going into.
No, I mean like do you know what the premise of the game was? I could probably figure it out.
He was a detective, and he was going into a house to get I guess a suspect or whatever.
Was it L.A. Noire?
No.
It wasn't?
No.
That's
I can't remember the name.
Probably like the only game that I can remember doing that.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it was like every movement, it was go one step to the left. I couldn't move anywhere else. It was like I was here, and I couldn't, even if it didn't do anything for me at all, I couldn't run across the room.
Yeah.
I had to go one step to the left.
The game was telling you how to play.
The
game was playing for you.
Yeah, and it wouldn't let me do anything else. And then in the game, the detective, somebody popped out of a bathroom or something and shot me.
Wow.
And
if anybody knows what game Ace is talking about, let us know because I have no idea.
I can't remember. It was so bad. I'm like, there's nothing.
Yeah, the only game.
I may be wrong. I may have just been playing wrong, and because I'm impatient or whatever. But
like
when I got shot, when whoever this crazy character was shot the detective, I guess there'd be different checkpoints or something. Not in this game.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know, but it made me. So it took me through this 10-minute tutorial type of deal when it was the actual game, but that's how it felt. And then I get shot almost immediately when I walk in the room after I take one step to the right and one step to the left or whatever. And then I die because I got shot. And then it starts all the way back over. It tries to tell me the story again, which I don't want to listen to. And then it makes me open the door, step to the left, step to the right. And what happens? I get shot again. It starts all over. About the third time I realized it wasn't my style of game.
So, yeah, bottom line, Ace is lazy.
I'm lazy and impatient.
And bad at video games.
And bad at, yes.
I mean, no, I get that. You know what games?
That's why it's not it's not my top.
You know what you should play? Because I had a professor who was
board game.
I had a professor who was exactly like that. He was like an older dude, maybe like in his 70s.
So just like me.
Yeah, just kind of like you. But he wanted to play video games. He just didn't want to play like boring ones, I guess. And he's like, you describe yourself, and I'm like, yeah, that's him. He just kind of wants to get to the point. He doesn't care about anything. He just wants to do stuff. So you know what game he picked up? Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, is that pretty much?
Yeah, that's you. So for those people who don't know, like Asa, Grand Theft Auto 5, you basically you're given like a general kind of story thing, like, hey, you should do this if you want to progress the story, but if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You can just, it's like an open world basically, just kind of like ours. You just do whatever you want. You can punch a person, you can steal a vehicle, ram into other vehicles.
I can relieve all of my stress.
That's exactly what he does. He said that's exactly what he does. He's like, he tells the class, he's like, yeah, Grand Theft Auto 5 is pretty fun. I think it's great. You know, you can like flip somebody off and then run them over with your car. I'm like, wow.
What the hell?
It's a great game. It's, you know, obviously it's all fantasy. It's more stress relief. It's very
definitely for a
it's very
mature audience type of deal.
Oh, absolutely. You can be under 18 to even buy the game. But yeah, you have to have like a good grasp on reality to be playing that game. Yeah, that's what he plays though. He says it's great. You can do whatever the heck you want in it. So if you want to play,
I am not big on video games. Then you got the whole for people of my 70-year-old generation, you have board games.
Board games are fun. I like board games.
Are fun.
Or tabletop board games like Dungeons and Dragons.
Never play.
I enjoy the crap out of Dungeons.
You have a schedule for Dungeons and Dragons. I saw that the other day. That was interesting.
I have to keep schedules on people because everybody's got to show up to play. Where the players and everybody are the game. So if you're missing a player, then you're missing a part of the game.
Yeah. So that one.
Getting back on track because we
so not
went off the rails.
But yeah. So we were talking about the not spin-offs but reboots.
Yeah, reboots
of games. Back to looping back around to reboots in general. Not for movies. This is, I don't know if reboot would be the right word. Bring something back. That's not getting rid of the movie and TV and game aspect of it. Something that you had as a child or had years ago that you would like to bring back. A reboot of a product.
A reboot of some nostalgia.
Yeah, get something nostalgic in here. What would that be for you?
I would love to see the PlayStation Portables back on shelves. You know about those PSPs?
I have no idea.
PSPs.
Oh, yeah.
PlayStation Portables. That thing was the bomb.
Is that the little? Yeah. It's a little handheld thing.
Yeah, it's a little handheld thing.
It's kind of a long.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, guys, I don't play any of that.
Like I loved my Game Boy as a kid, but as soon as I upgraded that thing,
I was always the Game Boy.
I mean, I was too. I played like the original Game Boy.
And then the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, and then the Game Boy Color came out. I played the original Game Boy not because I'm an oldie, but because my dad had the original Game Boy, and he gave it to me because I'm the first child. I'm the oldest out of my 3 brothers, so he gave it to me, and he was like, yeah, here, play it. I played it as a kid, so I played Mario and Tetris, and I was like, this is great, this is awesome, I love this. And then I upgraded to the Game Boy Color, yeah. I got the Game Boy Color, and I was like, "Holy cow, this thing is great! It's awesome!"
Yeah.
And then I upgraded to the Game Boy Advance, the little sideways looking one.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that one? No. That thing was. It was like the exact same thing.
I held on to the Game Boy Color for a while.
It had like a back screen, so you didn't have to like adjust.
Oh, what about the what? It may be the same.
The clapper,
the cube, not the cube, but it was a square one. That opened up.
That's
what was that one called?
The SP? Game Boy SP? I think that's an Advance. It might be an SP. Well, I'm going to Google it right now while you're talking.
Let's look this up real quick, because I had a red one. It was, you'd open it up. Yeah. That one right there, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
That's the one that I have at home.
The little clapper.
What was that called, SP?
Yeah, the SP.
I played that one a lot, and then with the old school one. And I always remember the games were square, and then they made a little triangle, made the little rectangle ones.
Yeah,
those are always good.
Yeah, I didn't have that one. I had a friend who had that one, and he loved the crap out of that game or that Game Boy. He played Pokemon like nobody's business. But I got the.
That's a no. People are really gonna hate me. I've never been into Pokemon, so let's just move past that.
Wow, Asa.
Yeah, Game Boy.
Yeah.
SP, Game Boy Color.
Yeah, but then after all that, after that phase, I got a PSP for Christmas. I think like a year or two after it came out already. I loved the crap out of that thing. That thing was amazing. It was my favorite thing ever. I took it everywhere with me. I remember I got it taken away with me. Funny story. I remember one time I got it taken away from me as a kid one time because I was bad. I was doing some bad stuff. My dad had bought Grand Theft Auto for me on my PSP because I was like, Dad, I want to play Grand Theft Auto. Can I play it?
When you were what?
When I was like maybe like 13.
Oh wow.
Maybe 12, 13.
So you flipping people off and running
I was,
cars at the age of 13.
And I told my dad I wanted to play the game, and he was like, because we were in a GameStop, right? We were looking for just kind of looking around and stuff. And I was like, Dad, I want to play Grand Theft Auto. He was like, well, are you sure about that? And he's like looking at the game and stuff. I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's good. It's a great game. It's cool.
Did he know what it was?
Honestly, I don't know to this day if he did or if he did. I don't know if he did to like just spite my mom because my mom was kind of like, she was always kind of like, no, you can't do that. Don't do that. But I now I understand. I was like, I wouldn't let my kid do that either. But my dad.
Honey, what'd you get Paulo? Did you get him Tetris or? I got him Grand Theft Auto 5. He shot 3 people on the way home and ran over 6 of them. So
my dad got me the game, and I remember playing the absolute heck out of that game so much. Like I have accumulated so many hours on the game, a lot, and I just I remember one time I don't remember what I was doing. I don't remember if my mom caught me playing it and she saw me like run over somebody, or I think what more than likely happened is I said like fuck. She's like. And she was like, what? I'm sorry, what? And I was like,
sorry, Mom, I just ran over this guy.
It wasn't my fault, it was my game. Yeah, I just ran over this guy. And she was like, what are you doing? Are you crazy? And then she like looked it up and she was like, she was like, you can pay hookers and stuff in this game and like run over people. And I got in so much trouble for that, so she took away my whole PSP.
Did your dad get in trouble?
I have no idea, probably. But
probably, most likely.
I remember I got it taken away because it was mainly I got it taken away because I said a bad word, and I was doing stupid stuff.
And then she found out what it was.
Yeah, and
upon taking it away.
So I was without my PSP for a while, and I remember I was like going crazy. I was like, I need my PSP back. And I was asking my mom. I was like, "What can I do? What can I do? Like, you want me to do some chores?"
It was that
something. I really enjoyed the crap out of my.
I was never obviously, if you can't tell by how I've talked about video games, I was never hooked on any game. It was just there when I got bored, and if I was just sitting around going, I want to go race or whatever.
I was definitely an addict.
I was never hooked on it. Neither me or my brothers were never hooked on the video games. Really? We had them there, but we never got so into it.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, me and my brothers were like, well, me not much anymore, but whenever I was younger, we were like hardcore mega games, like video games all the time. But recently in college, like senior year of high school, college is whenever I kind of
because you got
moved away from them.
You got so busy with working.
Yeah. I got busy with other stuff, and I kind of I was like, I mean, really, what's the point anymore? I could just be doing something else. Anyway, to finish off the story, so I was asking my mom, like, what can I do? What can I do? And she had me like do chores around the house and like clean the truck or whatever. And I remember that wasn't it though. We had went out to eat somewhere. I don't remember it was like a hibachi kind of place. And I was a kid. I just got some fries and some chicken or something.
Why?
I didn't like trying new things.
Oh.
I didn't want to do the sushi. I didn't want to do the other thing. I just wanted to get some fries or whatever.
Now I'm hungry for sushi.
That sounds good, right?
I am.
Speaking of, my mom was like, "All right, fine. One last thing." Or I think my dad was the one who pushed it on me. He was like, "All right, if you want your PSPs back so badly," he's like, "Here, eat this roll of sushi." And I was like, you sure you don't want me to wash your truck again or
mow the lawn?" That against it? You didn't know what it was.
I didn't know what it was. Yeah, I was. I think I was like 12 or 13. Like I knew what it was. I just never tried it.
It just sounded gross.
It sounded gross.
Eat this raw fish.
Raw fish, white rice with nothing on it because I'm
seaweed wrap.
Seaweed wrap.
Yeah.
It was a big roll. It was a whole thing, and my dad was like, "Here, eat it." I was like, because he knew that like, at the time that was a big thing for me, was trying to get out of my shell on food and whatnot.
He got psychological with it.
He did.
I
ate it.
Get in your head.
I ate it.
You ate it?
I ate it. I hated it.
Back? Did you get the?
I got my PSP back.
There you
go.
But
I ate. See, I remember like eating it, and I was like, what's the word? I was like gagging the entire thing, because like obviously
did that traumatize you? To not eat sushi ever again?
No, I
like sushi.
Now. Well, now I don't think it's traumatized me, but I've tried it now, and I'm just like, yeah, it's not bad, but it's not something I would reach for. No. I've had like
you wouldn't go to a sushi restaurant and be like, let's go.
I'm more on like I'm just kind of
but
general.
Not because of that situation.
No, as far as I know, I don't think so. I've never had like a moment where I'm like sitting in front of sushi. I'm like
flashbacks.
I'm like getting like flashbacks.
You're sweating.
No, I've definitely tried it after like now that I'm in college.
I think it's like, depending on which like type of roll. This is so totally off topic of what definitely. We're doing. But which type of roll, sushi roll, it depends. But there's definitely some good ones out there. And when I was a kid, I was the kind of like, hell no, everything I ate better be cooked.
Yeah.
And better be, completely done with. That was kind of the oven type of thing.
That was kind of the same thing with me, but with like steaks. Like, because they would ask me how would you like your steak? I'm like,
burnt.
I was like, well done. They're like, you sure you don't want it like medium rare or something? And I'm like, no, pink, I'm gonna die if it's not cooked. What the heck?
Yeah. I think I was the same way.
Yeah.
But so when I first tried, I was like, well, shit, that's pretty good. Like I said, depending on the one.
I get medium well like all the time now. That it's like my favorite way to get cooked.
So now I'm hungry for fucking steak and sushi.
Let's go to lunch after this. Oh, that sounds great.
I don't know if you're serious or not, but I would be up for that.
Let's do it. Now that we got way completely off topic.
Going back around to, what did I say I would like to bring back? I didn't. Let me see.
I said PSPs, and then we
were talking about Game Boys and stuff. I wouldn't.
Game Boys, being that
PlayStations
would be cool.
I never got into it as much. I don't care.
Yeah.
If they bring, because they have so much stuff now. Why would they? Why would kids today want to bring back a Game Boy?
Yeah.
If they haven't.
If they bring back a Game Boy, they would obviously not be targeting kids. They would be targeting
us.
Yeah. And older folk. Kind of like the NES. I remember not that long ago they came out with the NES Mini of the classic Nintendo Entertainment System.
I have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
This is an oldie. You should know this. It's a
game thing, right?
Yeah, it's a game.
Then I have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Oh my god. Well, it was like one of the classics. It's like the system that rebooted video games because they were in such a decline because the market was in oversaturation. And then Nintendo came out with this console, the NES, and bam, it was everywhere. People were hyped. People were crazy about it. One of those people was definitely my dad. Because my dad played the ever-living crap out of his NES, and he remembers telling me, stories about how we're playing video games now, and he's like, oh, I played like the NES, I played it, I played Mario and not Space Invaders, Contra, and some other ones.
Is there a Crusader or something? Crusaders or something?
I don't know.
See, I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway, they rebooted that not too long ago, and they came out with like a little small form factor one with an HDMI instead of
Oh, so like really not too long ago.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Few years.
Yeah, I want to say maybe like a few years ago, and yeah, that's exactly. Obviously, they're exactly targeting everybody who with nostalgia on that, or semi-young folk like you said, millennials and older people. Because there's no way a kid's gonna want an NES and play classic NES games. They're not gonna know. They're not gonna care. And
nowadays you have a lot of games on tablets and stuff.
Yeah, that too. You know, a lot of mobile games.
So yeah,
that's a big
mobile
market.
devices on,
that's a
on
big
those
market.
games. And I actually play a few of those. I got one.
Candy Crush?
No, I've never played Candy Crush. But there's one. It's you have your own town and whatnot, your own little town and city, and you just build stuff. And
they're fun.
Feed people and animals and all that.
They're fun, like time wasters, I guess.
That's exactly.
I don't think I've ever heard or like seen anyone like take a mobile game like super seriously, like a video game you would, like, you know, you would sit down and dedicate time to it. It's kind of
with just you and your Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, it's like where you would schedule time for it. It's more just kind of one of those games that you would pick up whenever you're bored or you're taking a shit.
On this game. Okay, on this game, I'm on level 39, 38 right now, somewhere in there.
So you've been playing a while.
I've been playing a while, and my motivation right now to get on at least once a day. It's a little bit, I would say, addicting.
That's why I don't play them.
And I'm not, I got to get back home and go get my game type of thing. But once I'm sitting down right before bed or whatever, I'll get on there. Yeah. The motivation right now is because if I've logged into the game or got on the game a certain number of days, so many days in a row, I get extra points.
That's how they get you.
And
that's exactly how they get you.
That's how they get me. So I'm going on for the record right now. So I'm trying to...
Here you go, see?
Trying to log in at least once a day. I don't sit there and play it for 5 hours a day. Mm-hmm. But if I get in real quick, collect my bonus or whatever it is, and check all my people.
I mean, mobile games could be like a whole another topic on its own, and you know, I could be ranting about this all day. But yeah, that's a reason why I don't play them anymore, because I used to play mobile games in high school a lot, and I would always ask for like iTunes cards or like go out and buy iTunes cards or something, or like Google Play cards so I can buy like the in-game currency. Because I would always want to speed up things, or you know, things go by faster, or upgrade my things or whatever. And of course now it's like, why would you do that? It's just arbitrary. It's like there's no reation to do that.
Don't you have a life?
Yeah, do something else.
An actual job that has real money.
Yeah, but I have found that I probably have a problem, because the thing that gets...
I probably have a problem.
Because it's good that I've recognized it and I don't play them, because the thing that gets me, the really big thing that gets me whenever I play mobile games is all the, like, the deals that they'll have. Like, I'll play a game.
Yeah.
I'll play, like, a game, you know, play for a little bit, and I'll, you know, now I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to buy anything, you know, it's just a stupid little game, and then I see that pop up, it's like, hey, 60% off. $5. That's it. It's only $5, you know.
And you get to level 50.
Help you get to level 50. You know, 10,000 gems. I'm like, you know what?
Got it.
It's only $5. It's not bad. And then, you know, 6-7 of those ads later, it's not just $5 anymore. So I've easily spent.
So I'm at level 100 and I'm out $1,000.
I've easily spent probably over like $200.
Good.
$300 maybe. I mean, over the course of like my whole, you know, my whole high school.
I thought you said like in a matter of.
No, probably from like, you know, freshman year of high school. Like since I got my iPhone, freshman year of high school, maybe up to like freshman year of college, like $200-$300 easy.
Whew.
Yeah,
that's still a lot for us.
Yeah, for real. It's a stupid amount. Like that $300 could have been, you know, something else.
Could have.
But yeah,
you could have went out and, you know, bought more Dungeons and Dragons and.
I know.
What was it, NES or whatever it is?
Well, my thing was I just needed to draw more. That was always my thing, and that's something that I regret. Which that's another topic for another time that I don't want to get into too much.
What, regrets?
Well,
that's a whole other podcast.
That's a whole other thing. Where I played too many video games, I bought too many stupid things, and I didn't focus enough on drawing and improving myself.
Yeah, there was a lot
of wasted time.
I don't think wasted time, wasted money.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever really spent anything for a game.
Oh, I definitely
like the like you were saying that you've maybe at most $5.
Yeah.
In this whole amount of time that I've been playing this specific game that I was talking about a while ago, maybe $5.
Yeah.
And that's it. And that wasn't even That was somebody else that actually did that for me.
Have you mentioned what reboot you want to bring back yet?
Oh, did I not mention
No, I don't think you did.
Oh.
They used to
We kept going way off.
Yeah.
For me to bring something back.
What do you want to reboot?
I feel like I should already have an answer, but I really don't. Because I'm trying to think. Not movies, not games or TV shows.
Yeah.
What would I like to bring back?
Or probably something that's already back that you just kind of...
Something that I didn't know was back, or it may have just people lost interest in it. Years ago when I was way younger, and I was talking to you about this earlier, the little chocolate ball with the candy inside, I've always known as a Wonder Ball.
See, I thought Kinder Surprise Egg as soon as you said that, and I have no idea what a Wonder Ball is.
Wonder Ball is just a chocolate ball.
I'm going to Google it.
You're going to look it up? Okay.
Yeah. Because maybe I've seen it, but I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, see? Wonder Ball. You got chocolate ball, you got the candy in the inside.
Yeah, so it's like a wrapped up... It's like a Kinder Surprise Egg. And it's got it's like a hollow chocolate ball.
Exactly.
Wrapped up in, like tinfoil.
Yes.
With little things inside of the chocolate ball.
Me and my brothers loved those things. We,
really?
Ate them because we were so healthy. We ate them all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, not all the time, but when I saw it, really about a year ago, I saw it in a store, and I was like, what?
Really?
They have those? Because I thought they, disappeared forever. They may not have, and I just forgot about them, but that was something I was like, well, that is interesting, because I didn't, and then I bought a few and ate them. And
I think
it brought back some memories.
That's pretty nice. I think I kind of remember them, but I don't know. I think I might just be grasping at straws. I really don't remember making that much of an attachment.
I think not to bring something back, but to eat something that I haven't in a while always brings back good memories. I know years ago we would always go to this cookie place and get certain cookies. And then we didn't eat them for years. And then, being up in college and everything, I saw this same cookie place. I was like, damn, let me go in there. And I got the same exact cookies.
Yeah.
And I was like, that brings back some memories.
It's always good.
Of these good-ass, bomb-ass sugar cookies, I believe it was. Chocolate chip.
Yeah.
It was either sugar and chocolate chip. I don't know, but it was so good. I was like, I remember eating these all the time. Because, like I said, we were super healthy.
I don't think I've ever had something like that. That was kind of
like a food.
Like a food, but it was never like something like that I could buy in a store. It was always I remember home cooked meals or
Oh well, yeah, that happens too.
Maybe things are seasonal things like tamales. Like those would always just be man.
Those are good.
Yeah, I would just eat those and just be it's great.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to get lunch after this.
Yeah, definitely. We're obviously very hungry. Well, I think
Is it random topic time?
I think it's random topic time.
It is random topic time. All right, guys. It is random topic time.
Welcome to the random topic.
Woo! Yay! Our topic today is it's an important one. It's very
definitely
very controversial.
I think it's pretty controversial
to the people. So Paulo, go ahead and mention what is our random topic in question form. This is how we'll say it.
Okay, so our random topic for today is how many pillows on the bed?
How many pillows should be on the bed?
Yeah. So
now there are different factors to this.
There are.
And
because there are lots of different pillows as well.
Yes, and let's say for a couple, spouses that are in the bed, you would have.
Well, I guess we could say how many pillows would you use?
Me?
Yeah, how many pillows do you like?
Me personally, or me and together? What do you all together on the bed?
Yeah.
Right now.
Go.
Between me and the lovely lady, there are at least 6 pillows because we have 2 each for her head.
2 each.
2 each for the head, and then she has at least 2. There's at least 6. There may be 7 because she has 1 or 2 for her feet.
Wow.
And her leg.
Two
feet
for the
and legs.
head, two for the feet.
I wouldn't mind another one for my legs. I need two for the head. I like to be propped up a little bit. I don't know if it's.
I've heard
that's not safe.
I've heard of some people putting one like at the arc of your back.
Yeah, and I guess it might depend on how you sleep. I do not ever sleep on my stomach. I'm either on my side or my back, just flat on my back.
Yeah.
If I'm on my side, then I would prefer a pillow in between by my knees, but I don't have one right now. Sometimes I just stuff the blankets.
I'm somewhat in the center like that too. I'm like I'll sleep on my back or on the side, like in the fetal position.
Yeah. I guess for the question, how many pillows? It depends on the factor of, are the pillows being used? Because if you have 10 pillows on your bed and you're just a single person
Okay, so how about this?
with 10 pillows and one for your head and then 9 just scattered about, why are they there?
So let me ask it again then. How many pillows do you use?
What
is the ideal number of pillows?
3. 2 for my head, 1 in between my knees. I don't have one right now because she stole it, but that's okay. Because I don't mind.
That's kind of how it works.
But I would have 3 at most.
I use 2. At the very least, 1 is fine.
For your head, I need 2 for my head. Also, another factor I didn't even think about. It depends on the pillow itself, because I have 2 for my head, and the one's a little thicker and then one's a little thinner. But if I had just a very thick pillow, I can probably get away with 1.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't need the second.
That's the thing. I also have one like long thick pillow. It's kind of like
a body pillow.
Yeah, it's like a body pillow, and I really really enjoy it. But it's kind of like deflating on me. It's like all the fluff is like moving to one side because of like how much I use.
You have an inflatable toy in your bed.
And then the other pillow I have.
I did not know.
And then the other pillow that I have is just a normal pillow that's getting
wore out.
It's getting wore out. Yeah.
Growing up, my brothers and my dad, I never got the feather pillow. Had legit feathers in it.
I've never had one of those either.
I never understood it.
Me neither.
I never got it. I just like a good, good soft. For my head, I need more of a firm type of pillow.
Yeah, me too. I need more firm.
For in between my leg, for my knees, a good fluff.
You know who uses a lot of pillows? My brother. My second youngest brother. He uses, I want to say, like, let me see. I'm trying to count in my head. 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe he uses a lot. Maybe like 7. 6
by himself?
Yeah, just by himself.
Does he box himself?
He'll make a nest around his head.
Okay.
And then he'll have like one under his legs, or sometimes he'll just kind of like. Sometimes I've seen him use just one before.
Just one.
But like his ideal is like just gathering up as many pillows as he can.
But they're being used.
Yeah, he'll either like spread himself out.
Was he starfish type of thing?
Kinda. Or he just kind of likes having them surrounded by him.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never got I know they call them throw pillows, so they don't,
Oh, like the little ones.
Like the little ones.
Yeah.
But like, do you really need that many? 10 or so.
No, I have
bed?
not.
I've somewhat known the use of a throw pillow because I know.
We have them on the couch. And we move them around. But on the bed.
I get that on a couch, of course, because you're like, you just need something like in your lap, or you just want something on your arm.
And I'm looking at your couch, and you have nothing on
I
there.
don't have throw pillows.
You have none.
Those are expensive if you want to buy me some.
Sure. Well,
we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
and then
we'll talk about it.
But a throw pillow on the bed, yes, I used to have a throw pillow on my bed. It was like a little circle one, real small.
I used to have one shaped like a piece of slice of pizza.
Yeah, I used to have a little circle one, but I used it mainly either as like extra leverage. Like if my head is feeling like a little too low, or if my feet are feeling a little too low, I'll kind of just like add it there.
Extra support for the
just
neck.
Extra stuff, or if I'm drawing in my bed, like on my tablet or something, then I'll have like a pillow behind me and then a pillow on my legs, and then
I just need something like on my lap.
Sometimes if I'm writing in the, like you said, drawing in the bed. If I'm writing in the bed, or if I'm playing the little game on the tablet, and I'm leaning up against the, because we don't have a headboard. It's just pressed up against the wall. I would put the pillow right behind my. I would stand it up, kind of thing, and lean against it, because I don't want to lean my head up against the wall.
Yeah.
So I would just take one of the pillows there and do that. But yeah, I think as long as they're being used, it would be a good, it's, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously this is all based on opinions and preferences.
Of course.
But I think sometimes there's like, oh, I don't use those. Why are they there? Mm-hmm. Oh, because they look good.
I think for some people it might just be like comfort or support. Just kind of like like if your bed is just so empty, it's kind of just you on there. You just need something to just be around you.
Just true. So if it's like
just fill the void,
Fill the void. Well,
it is a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah, as long as it's being used.
Because I know,
I know. If you go into, and I saw it's a scene in a movie.
Yeah.
And some people may know which movie I'm talking about here. But the guy has a bunch of these throw pillows on his bed, but he doesn't use them. He takes them off of the bed, literally takes them off the bed every night.
Really?
Before he goes to bed.
That's weird.
And he uses like 2 for his head and maybe his legs. But he's got like 8 to 10 throw pillows.
My God.
And he takes them off the bed. So this woman that he's dating is like, why the hell do you have all these pillows on your bed if you're not using them?
Aesthetic.
And he said, oh, they're just, they're there for looks or whatever. I can't remember exactly. Again, some people might know which movie I'm talking about here. And then this woman he's dating makes him realize, like, you don't need all these pillows if you're not going to use them. And they end up, destroying the pillows and getting rid of them.
Okay.
Because he realized I don't.
It's a bit extreme.
It was a tense scene that they went into it, and that's how the pillows got destroyed. And that's the thing, like, if he's not using them, why are they there?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, that's our opinions on this wonderful controversial topic of pillows.
I guess I can get that. All right, sounds cool. Well, I guess that's it for today. So
that's about it.
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up then. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to our thoughts and opinions once again on Piece by Piece.
Yeah, y'all have a good one.
Yeah, all right. See you later.